Hi, I am Isabel J. Trussell, and this is my podcast. Good evening. How's everybody doing? I hope you guys like my podcast, and I hope you guys stay tuned to have many more podcastings with me as my community. I gladly appreciate it. So, this evening's podcast would be about what is it like to be uh, like a Latino parent, but then yet married to a person from a different culture. I know it's very difficult for me, so I hope you guys stay tuned and hear me what it's been like for me to be married to someone from a different culture than my culture. And it's been difficult. So, of course, it's one of the things that for me has been like a topic that has been really getting to the point that a lot of people ask me, if you're Latino, how is it that you get along with your Asian husband? Well, first of all, I noticed that a lot of Asian people are very different than what we are, because we as Latino are pretty strict, and I know for a fact sometimes we have the ability of, I don't know how I can say it to you. We have more of a demanding of a parent, like a parent kind of thing. And the Asian culture, they're like, you have to have that, like done or do. They expect for their kids to be like straight A student. It's not that they want them to. It's like that you have to. I totally get it that we Latinos are very strict, but me as a Latino parent, I don't push my children to the point that they can't be happy and they cannot do whatever they want. But again, I know I do request for them to have, like set your goal and your mind on something. But as an Asian parent, looking at my husband's perspective, well, my ex husband, of course, he was very demanding. He would literally pressure my children to do some things that they might not want. Like, I have a son that he was an amazing artist. He would draw things just by looking at them. He will draw it to you, and he will make it. Like, we went to this car show, and he saw this amazing, beautiful car. He drew it. He drew that car like you're not gonna believe how beautiful it was. But then, as older he got to the point that he started liking sports and everything, because that's obviously what his dad wanted. So first he started off with, I think it was, I believe, soccer. Then after soccer, he started off, like running and basketball. First, he started off with basketball. Then, I mean, no, pardon me. He started off with soccer and then basketball, and then he went to track. So he stayed in track for like until high school. Then this is his last year of high school, and I guess he got so tired and so fed up with it, he just let it go at the very end of his last semester of high school. I was kind of disappointed because I was hoping that he can get a scholarship of, being an athletic person. And no, he just got fed up and he just like let it go. And I was so brokenhearted because I was so used to him being, getting up in the mornings and go and do track and, cross country and all that. And I was so happy with him. But then yet again, I was not those kind of parents that I pushed him and pushed him and pushed him to do something he didn't want to do. So I just let it go, and I literally said, whatever makes you happy, I am happy, because I don't want you to be upset not being happy for what you really want to do. So I decided to just go ahead and just, listen to him and said, baby, it's your choice, it's your life. Do what makes you happy. And I did. I really did. I went ahead and told him, look, if that's what you want to do, if you want to let go of something that's, I assume you loved, I was okay with it, you know. I didn't ask anything or nothing. I mean, I was kind of sad, but well, it is what it is, you know. Our children cannot, you know, make us, you know, want to push them to do something they don't want to do. I don't want them to do something that they're not going to be happy with. So I decided to just let him go and let him do whatever he wants to do. You know, what makes him happy made me happy. And I wanted him to know that I was happy for the things that he wanted to do. You know, that doesn't go for my daughter because my daughter was the opposite. She was a go-getter. She wanted, you know, to succeed in life, and she graduated and she went ahead and moved on and had some different choices, right? She loved makeup, so she worked in Alta for a while once she got out of high school. So she worked there and she was happy being there, and I was happy for her. I really was. But then, yeah, she wanted to do more stuff, so she went ahead and started working. And I think it was a private school, daycare or something. I don't know what it was, but it was something that she liked too. But I mean, obviously, I was seeing a little discomfort in her, and she wasn't happy. And I was like, you know, I want my kids to be happy in things that they want to achieve in life. Like I said, as a parent, as a Latino parent, I'm not demanding. I just want what's best for them. And I'm pretty sure there's a lot of parents out here that probably think the same way as I do. But again, if you're marrying somebody with a different culture, you're in for a treat because you both have to communicate. You both have to agree on the same stuff. That's why I said he's my ex-husband. We do not agree on a lot of stuff. So that's one of the things that it broke my heart, but I mean we still don't see eye to eye. But again, it's something that we both should have known from the get go because we were from two different cultures and we both have very strong characters and we both want to be the top dog of the house and we cannot tolerate that, which I never did because I never let anyone tell me what to do. Till today, I will never change my last name, and that's why I'm still the same person from the get go. So that's one of the things that kind of bother him because he says, "Well, my ex-wife never changed her last name." I said, "Well, I'm not either, sweetie. Sorry, you didn't give birth to me. My dad did. So I'm not gonna change it, and I'm not going to." So I mean, I'm sorry. And it wasn't my dad; it was my mom. But since I love my dad so much, I carry my dad's last name. So that's one of the things that a lot of people ask me. So now, wait a minute. Why is your last name like this? And I said, well, long story short, my dad's have French and Spaniard, and my mom's Spaniard, and you know my mom's Spaniard last name, and my father's a French last name. So go figure that out. So that's one of the things. Like I said, I'm Isabel J. Trussell. My dad happens to be French and a Spaniard, so that's where I get my beautiful last name. And that's one of the things I'm happy here to introduce myself. I came from two different backgrounds, but they're still from the same kind of background because both of them are Spaniard, and my dad's French, and my mom is, I believe she's half Native American. I'm not very sure, but somewhere around. I'm a mixture of two different also cultures. But again, I'm glad they were both Latino, so they both can communicate, and they both had their way of life being. And I'm happy for both of my parents. They were very good people, and here I am thanks to them. But overall, I mean, I don't know, but I guess sometimes marrying somebody with a different culture makes you realize that it's something that you have to deal with, and don't push your kids to do something they don't want to do. I know I don't want to do that, and I listen to them. There's times that sometimes they don't want to talk to us, they don't want to tell us anything, and they want to do their thing, and they want to go with their little friends and out there, and they think that their friends are better than their parents. Yeah, been there, done that. But you know what? Overall, we're the ones that are going to be there for them, regardless of all the stuff that they do. And I always tell my kids, hey, remember, I'm still going to be here regardless of all the stuff that you do. I will still be there and support you and love you no matter what you do, no matter who you are, and no matter what you are. Okay? So just remember that as a parent, we got to love and support our kids. And again, that's just the way I feel about my kids. And sometimes people take their parents for granted. They don't love and respect their parents like they should. They don't have absolutely no idea what their parents go through to give them what they have nowadays. I know because I know my mom went to her, her struggles because my dad was out of the picture since I was 9 years old. And, I happened to see my mom struggling quite a lot. And there was so much that she tried to do for us to have a better life. And here we are. We all have our degrees and our lives and everything. I'm the only one that everybody tells me that I'm the street smart kid. But you know what? Street smart or not, I still have culinary skills and I'm an amazing chef. So regardless of what people say, I still love what I do. And I love to cook and I love to come here and do podcasting. Who knew I was going to be good at it, but overall, it's a learning process and it's something that I would like to come here and do it for you guys because again, yes, I love my culinary skills, but that's my home thing. I love to do that at home because I'm one of the people that I cannot make compromises on my cooking, and that's why I kind of like no, I'm not gonna do anything else that does not have to do with home because I do not want to compromise my taste nor my food, and I will not change it for nothing or anyone. So that's one of the things. That's why I decided not to go become a chef. Like in restaurants or anything. Matter of fact, I don't want to because, like I said, I don't compromise. I don't want to do anything that would take the taste or the flavor of my food and my hard work to put in my food. So, again, I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking as a parent. I just want, you know, a lot of people to know that we Latinos is not that we're demanding, and no, we do not hit our kids with chanclas, okay? Because that's one of the things I keep on seeing everybody talk about us Latinos hitting our kids with a chancla. I hate when they tell us that because no, I did not hit my kids with a chancla, okay? And that's a sandal, by the way. I never done that, never will, and I'm not going to. And I still have a small one, so I never had used that. I always give him the bad eye, look. You know how we raise up our eyebrow and we give him that look like, yeah, I'm gonna get you for that. But that's pretty much what I have done with my son. I never hit him. I never did anything wrong with the chancla to him. There's no such thing as a chancla in my household because I never wear chanclas, which is a sandal. I never wear them. And if I do wear one, it's only when I go out to the ocean or not even to the ocean. You know what I wear? I wear a sandal shoe, and I like to wear them because I cannot wear sandals. I'm kind of not good at that. I hate that because they slip and I fall. I don't like slipping and falling. No, it's an embarrassment because I did it one time and it did not do so good. So I don't expect for me to have sandals on because that's not my thing. So hopefully I can learn how to use sandals eventually, but I will see. I wear my tennis shoes and I wear my shoe. You constantly find me wearing dress shoes because I'm mostly wearing my slacks and my dress shirts, and that's all you see me wearing all the time. But other than that, I'm a happy camper. I'm a happy Latino mom, and I love my children. There isn't anything I wouldn't do for my children or any other little sibling that my kids have, like their own kids. I'm a grandmother too, and I'm happy, that I'm a grandma. I have amazing grandsons. Their names are Jonathan and Giovanni. And by all means, God bless my little grandchildren. They're my world. I hardly ever see them because they have a mom that she's some mom, I tell you. She's very difficult to deal with, but overall, that's their mom. What can I say? But she's she's something that I have to, we have to deal with all the time, and I can't say anything about it because overall, that's their mom. But she's also a mom. She pretty much does what she can to take care of her children, and I'm pretty sure she makes a decent amount of job, I guess. I don't mean to be rude about this. It's because we had our ups and downs with her, and, But overall, there's moms like that they're not like 100% mom potential, but there's moms that they are mom potential. So, I mean, by all means, I'm sorry to say that, but I guess it's because some of them are too young to be mothers. And like my daughter said not too long ago, she said, "Mom, thank God I beat the teenage mom parenting kind of stuff." And I said, "Oh, you mean the teen parent thing?" And she says, "Yeah." And I said, "Okay, yeah, I'm very proud of you because you're not one of those moms that end up being what 16, 17 and popping up kids here and there. Thank God for that." She said, "Yeah, I guess I was paranoid with you because you were always like right there, right there, right there, right there, and checking on me and, making sure that I don't do nothing wrong." And I said, "It's not that, sweetie. It's just that, like I said, been there, done that. I got married when I was, I think I was, what, 17 years old. I got married and I had my first child when I was 18. So I expected for her not to be like me and make the same mistakes because sadly, some of us, when we get married young, we have uh, the ability of not knowing, not getting out there and exploring and enjoying life to the fullest because we're a full time parent. And there's absolutely nothing that we can do about it until they are grown up and old so we can do our thing. And that's what I told them. I said, "Do you think I'm happy being a young parent? No. I destroyed my life because I wanted to do that. If it weren't for the fact that I grew up with the knowledge that I have now, I sincerely think that being a young parent was not the best thing because I would have been out there traveling, conquering the world, seeing what's out there and everything without not being a parent. But I realized one thing. Me being a young parent did not make me feel bad about myself. Matter of fact, I love being a parent because I love the fact that I can go to your room at night, touch your hair, smell your hair, and tell you good night when you're falling asleep, tuck you in, because I love you. And there's nothing I can regret by being a parent. Matter of fact, I love being a parent. I just regret not enjoying my life to the fullest until now that I'm older because you guys are moving on. You're leaving me, and I'm going to be sad because I'm so used to you guys. But overall, it's, it's life. I got to move on just like you guys. You guys got to move on and make your life and enjoy your lives. All I have left is my 15-year-old, and that's all I have left here with me. You guys already moved on. You guys are, doing your thing. I'm happy. I'm happy for you guys. If there's one thing I love the most is the fact that they come here and they see me, and I made them promise me that they'll be here on one particular day. I don't care about any other holidays. I don't care about Mother's Day or anything. I said one day that you're gonna have to give me within a year's time. That will be Christmas, and that or either Christmas Eve or Christmas. You have a choice, either or. But that is the most important thing that my mom always asks from us too. So, by all means, that's the only day I ask for. I request it. I don't ask. I request for that day for for them to be with me. And that's the only day I get to see my mom too, because that's the day that my mom always taught us that we should be together as a family, because that's important for us. I mean, to me, it is. And I know for my mother, it is too. So I make it a point that we're there with her and give her that time. So I hope you guys like my podcast, and I hope that you enjoy being here with me as my audience and my people that would love to come and hear me out on my podcasting as a parent. Again, as a Latino parent, that's who I am, and that's what I mostly do. But I already introduced myself to you. I already talked to you about myself. Hopefully, I can talk to you about more other stuff that I can come here and you guys can like about myself and other stuff that as a Latino parent. If you guys want to leave me a comment, leave me any suggestions, I would gladly appreciate them and come here and talk to you about. Because again, I'm a Latino parent and I'm just really enjoying my life to the fullest, and I want to do this podcast for all Latino parents like myself that have to deal with things, with teenage kids and young adult kids and, graduates from college kids. I just want to come here and tell you what it's like, being a parent. So I hope you guys like this, and please, um, like this podcast, and also tell me and leave me a comment what you think about my podcast and what are your suggestions. I'm open about listening to your suggestions and your comments. So please stay tuned for my next podcast tomorrow evening. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, and y'all have a great night. Again, I am your host, Isabel J. Trussell. I appreciate it. Thank you. Bye bye.